everybody, welcome back to the channel. And if you celebrate, happy Resurrection Sunday and happy Easter for those who celebrate. Maybe you had a long weekend like I have and you have been creating, just relaxing, maybe catching up on YouTube videos like me and all of that good stuff. So welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. There is a lot to go over today, so I just want to welcome all of those who are new to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I greatly appreciate it. And so make sure, if you have not subscribed, I'm going to say that first off, make sure that you subscribe and don't forget to thumbs up this video on the way out if you enjoy the content. So today's video is all about spring and summer trends. And so I wanted to bring this video because it was back in February, as a matter of fact, early February, when Roz hosted the Sewing Fashionistas meetup group, that this was the topic for that particular day. And I thought it was so interesting. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put a little spin on it and bring it to the channel for you all. We are officially in spring and we are officially in summer for those who are in warmer states such as me, where yeah, it's been hot, steamy, all that good stuff. And so although the day that I'm recording this, there is an overcast. And so yeah, so let's go ahead and dive in. But of course, if you by the time you're seeing this, I would have just well, by the time you're seeing this, it'll have been a few days. But so I'm so excited to talk about quite a bit of what is going on with SewNaturalDane. First, make sure that you leave a comment down below. Head over to the community tab because you will see another poll about content that you would like to see on the channel. So, couple things. And again, this is why I appreciate you guys' support. Sharing the video, thumbsing up the video, that different type of thing. When you purchase items from SewNaturalDane, all of that, I'm able to invest that back into SewNaturalDane. And so remember last year when, you know, before moving and all of that, I had said I wasn't going to do any more sew-alongs for the, I said I wouldn't do them for the immediate future, and it would just depends on how things, you know, shake out, all that good stuff. So now that I'm pretty much, I have a piece of new equipment that will allow me to do sew-alongs a little bit more. And so I'm thinking about bringing them back. I really am thinking about bringing them back. Frequency, not a lot. Maybe a couple, 2, 3 a year or something like that. Nothing crazy. We shall see. Because obviously there's a lot going on, which I'll be talking about today. But make sure you leave a comment of the type of content you want to see on the channel. Do you want to see sew-alongs? If so, let me know. Now the sew-alongs, I will say, will be more in-depth, kind of step-by-step type thing format as I've done in my previous sew-alongs. You all know I have a playlist for different sew-alongs I've already done here on the channel. I'll leave that up here in the iCard. Make sure you go check it out. I also have sew-alongs for handbags as well. So I do have those type of sew-alongs already on the channel, so check those out if you haven't already. But if it's not a sew-along, would you like to see a sew with me? Now the sew with me is not as in-depth as a sew-along. So it's just me, snippets of me sewing, maybe prepping my fabric, different things of that nature. And I'm showing like sped up clips of me making something, and maybe I'll pause and talk about a particular part or section or something like that. So not as in-depth as a sew-along, right? Or do you just want me to continue to do pattern reviews and then drop in snippets of different things that maybe I discovered, or techniques or something like that during the item in my making process? So let me know. I know hauls are still very popular here on the channel, be it fabric haul, pattern haul, different things of that nature. And if this type of video where I talk about trends, now here's the thing, I used to do, remember my mood board series? I love doing those, but remember I fell completely off of doing those once we started our home building process, and I just stopped doing all of that stuff because I obviously didn't have the bandwidth and all of that to be focusing on that. But now I am getting in a groove that, yeah, if you like this type of content, perhaps when I do this again in the fall, I can make it my whole mood board, what I plan to make, and kind of mesh it all together to get back into, because I enjoyed doing the mood boards. I truly did. But without further ado, go ahead and let's get into it. First, the announcement. So like I started saying earlier, is the announcement is SewNaturalDane is an official USA stockist for Pigeon Wishes buttons. I am so super excited about it. So super excited about it. If you saw the live over on Meg's IG, you already seen the announcement, but I'll mention it again here. And I'll pop up a few of her buttons that I do have in stock, and we'll talk about the sale. But let me just say this, 15% off, and it's automatically applied at checkout as a spring launch, which includes the Pigeon Wishes buttons, and no need for a code or anything. It'll automatically apply, and it will apply towards the buttons, the monthly makes calendar, as well as the garment labels. So make sure, if you are interested in any of those items, you can get 15% off. Thank you for those who have already shopped, because the day we announced it, people shopped. And I will say up front, there is a limited stock, because I just wanted to see how it would be received. I think Megan's buttons are absolutely beautiful. Little did those who attended the BHM Pattern Designers Live event, you received buttons as prizes during the fashion show, and that was, you know, that was an early kind of drop, but y'all didn't know that. I know that was just, okay, these are gorgeous buttons because everybody loved their buttons. But guess what, now they're available on SewNaturalDane. I will leave a link to them to the accessories page down below, so you can check everything out. Take advantage. But the reason I brought the Pigeon Wishes buttons to SewNaturalDane is, one, during the preparation and planning for BHM Pattern Designers in swag bag items and stuff like that, I wanted to include her buttons in the swag bags, but I noticed there was no USA stockist. And by the time her and I, because she had reached out to be a sponsor and all that, and by the time we end up talking through, you know, the sponsorship and all of that different type of stuff, I said, okay, let me just wait until after BHM Pattern Designers Live event. We'll talk more about being a stockist, what that entails, all that good stuff, and then we'll do an announcement. And so we did the announcement last week. I am so super excited, and so many buttons are available. I'm popping up pictures. If you see something you like, grab it while you can get it on sale, because I will restock, but you know, that sale, the 15% off, will be over with by then. As a matter of fact, it ends tomorrow, April 10th, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So definitely shop the buttons. But if you're looking for something in particular, you may see something sold out already by the time you're seeing this video, but no worries, I will restock. If there is a particular button that you see on Pigeon Wishes website that you don't see on SewNaturalDane, let me know. Email me at hello@SewNaturalDane.com, and I'll put the email on the screen, and just, hey, say, hey Natita, get these buttons, these are gorgeous, and I'll restock. Obviously all of those that sell out quickly, because I know they're super popular. There are a few that are already super popular that people are just snatching up. So make sure you head on over to the website and take advantage of that. I'm so excited about collaborating with Megan to be the first USA business to be a stockist for Pigeon Wishes buttons. So head on over to the website if you are interested. Now let's jump into today's topic. Like I said, I am so excited about this. We are going to talk briefly about fashion trends spring and summer 2023. Now I have my notes, I'll be looking down at them. One of the things I want to point out about this is, if you happen to already have patterns that are similar to this, here is your push to pull that pattern out of your stash. If you haven't sewn it up in a while, maybe it's an oldie and you just you know, pass it over, because, you know, so many new patterns come out and we just want to, you know, get all of the new things, sew up all of the new things. But here's your push to go ahead and pull out that pattern. Maybe it's a pattern you don't have but you want. Go ahead and grab the pattern. I'll leave a link down below. A couple of these are out of print, but I know there are multiples that are out there already recreated and everything by the big four. For some of the couple of these are the big four that you'll easily be able to get. Or like I said, hey, maybe you might want to draft something yourself and work from that. I am wearing today, because I always forget, the Love Notion Salt Whistle top. This was the Salt Whistle top and dress that was released last summer, and I was a tester for this. So I am wearing that today, and the weather here is just absolutely beautiful. Like I said, even though it's overcast, it is absolutely beautiful. If you missed my full review of this, I'll leave a link to it up here in the iCard, and but I'll leave a link to it down in the description box if you choose to want to purchase it. And just so you know, a few of the links down in the description box are affiliate links. You don't have to shop the links if you don't want to, but it does help. And like I said, it helps to invest back into SewNaturalDane. So we're going to start with what are the trends. So as it was described, these trends that I'll be talking about pretty much have been steady over the past 3 to 4 years. And so different trends such as your wardrobe basics. So you might have your monochromatic looks, separates, different things of that nature. The motocross, which is like that race car driver look, indie, sleaze, grunge, that grunge look. Then you have your sports luxe look, which are fabrics, different fabrics that you can use in textiles, different elements such as a bomber jacket, all of that. Now, when we're talking about different wardrobe basics, what I decided to pull up for you here today and share is the pencil skirt. That is a wardrobe basic for many, and you can elevate this to so many levels. So the one pattern I want to talk about, because I have made it, is the Michelle Souls patterns. This is an indie pattern. This is the Agnes skirt. Now, you all know when I made this, it was part of my birthday look, so I'll pop up a picture here. But I made it in a ponte. It's not made for ponte, it's made for a woven. But the construction detail, if you all saw my review of that video, you know I just was in awe and raved about her construction detail and technique of her skirt in woven, and the different techniques she have you do when putting this skirt together. I definitely want to do it. And so that is a suggestion of a pattern. Switching over to commercial, you have Mimi G's Simplicity 9182. Now, you can easily elevate this skirt and this look with different textiles. Say for the pocket, for the waistband, something like that. Definitely think outside the box when you're thinking about your wardrobe basics. Put them in, you can use textiles, colors, designs that you know can perhaps intertwine with other pieces in your closet. You all know that's my goal. I've been talking about that for a while now. Making sure things that I create, I can intertwine, because you all know I love me some dresses. But I'm trying to also make separates so I can put different things together as well. Another commercial pattern, which is this one, I believe is out of print, is Simplicity 1559. And this was known as an easy sew. But the difference here, this one doesn't have a waistband. So for those who don't like waistbands, say what you saw in the other two patterns I just shared with you, and you just like this look, go for it. This is a pattern, or pick up a pattern similar to this. Maybe you already have something in your stash. It doesn't have a waistband, and then you can create your look. Or you can self-draft. Many I know are into the self-draft look. Now, going back to the sports luxe look, this is more that athletic wear, or athleisure wear, I should say. And here you have maybe a bomber jacket is something that you can do, different looks that you can pull off. So the first pattern I want to talk about is the Rebecca Page City Joggers. And then I say tee this up with your perfect tee pattern, right? put it together with that t-shirt pattern, that either a slouchy tee or a fitted tee. You see how it is here in the pattern cover for this particular pattern, the city joggers, that nice casual look but yet chic. And you can, hey, you can dress this up and dress it down, right? And so I think this is a good look. Another indie pattern look is Style Art's bomber jacket. Bobby bomber is what it's called. And the Kirby dress. Now this was shared on Starlark a couple years ago, but I like how they showed the look, the inspiration look, and you'll see it here, and then the patterns and how you can pair them together. And I thought that went together beautifully. So again, I want to encourage you to think outside the box. I am going to encourage you, like I've been encouraging myself, and having fun with it, playing with different textiles, and matching different prints and designs, and just have fun with it. Now let's move over to prints. What has been trending the past 3-4 years in prints? We have our bold, our bright florals. We have stripes cut on the bias. We've seen people create and make, and you've seen in the storefront, different items and garments created like this. Let's talk about prints. Now this is a beautiful rayon twill from So Much Fabric. This is her it's a raspberry floral, and it's a rayon twill. You all know that is one of my favorite fabrics to work with, textiles, is the rayon twill. And then the viscose challis will probably be next in line, but I do like this. And then probably the rayon linen blend. Anyway, I'm getting off track. That's why I got notes. But this here is absolutely beautiful. It's a red lemon raspberry floral and rayon twill. Then you have this beauty from LA Finch Fabrics. This is part of their designer dead stock collection. This is called a bubble crepe resort stripe. It is actually, it's called bubble crepe blouse wear vertical resort stripe. Now you can totally see making a skirt on the bias on this. You can see different designs for a particular pattern that has panels or has a different seam, different piece for the waistband. Maybe it has different pieces for the front and back, and then your center front, your center back is different. You can really play with this type of stripe, and this stripe is fat, it's wide, and this is something you can definitely play with. So I would definitely suggest these are all, again, just suggestions. I'll leave links to everything down in the description box, but go raid your stash, raid your pattern stash, raid your fabric stash, so you can see what you have and kind of play around with some of these design elements. Now, different fabrics that have been popular and still trending over the past 3-4 years, and now is no different for spring summer 2023, is leather. You have your sheer, so your Georgette, which you can use for your sleeves. Maybe it's a flounce you want to use that Georgette for, or you want to use it as a tank to wear underneath something. That is an idea. Sequin. Now the sequin, this is where you can start playing with design element. That sequin piece can just be the cuff. The sequin piece can just be a collar. Maybe it's just very simple. It's not perhaps the entire garment. Maybe it's just the flounce of something. Maybe it's the straps. Maybe it's a nice summer dress, spring summer dress with cute straps, and depending on how it's designed, and the flounce or the ruffle on it is just the sequin. That's it. Just a little pop of something. You don't need to go crazy with it and figure that, you know, overwhelm yourself with sewing up an entire garment all in sequin or something like that. Play with it. Let's think outside of the box. Then of course you have your lace and your laser cuts, which are like your cutout designs. We've seen that in different fabrics. And then you have your fringe and feathers. The feathers is probably more popular in fall, but we'll talk about that in fall, because like I said, I will be doing this again. You can elevate your lounge wear, maybe it's something that you're making for around the house, maybe some nice lounge wear. You can elevate it with different fringe, different types of fringe and different things of that nature, just to kick it up a little bit for you. So going back to the Georgette, here's an idea. I was thinking about this. So there's a couple places that you can get Georgette from, obviously, right? There's many fabric stores, but there is one that I saw just because I just recently ordered from them, and I'll have a haul coming up soon. But anyway, it's not of this particular one that I purchased, but there's something else, and you'll see what I'll be using it for. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, because that will be my vacation wardrobe planning video. You don't want to miss it. I'm keeping it simple but fun. Stay tuned. So Georgette, here is what Georgette looks like, and what I'm popping up here is a picture of Apple Annie's beautiful Georgette. Now this, obviously you can use it. We've already talked about the different ways that you can use it. One of the tips I have seen many sewers talk about in prepping this after you wash it and whatnot is to use spray starch, just to stiffen it up a little bit so it's easier to work with. And then after you make the garment, then you can clean it again, right? But you can make a duster, a robe out of this, something very basic. One that is like a little elevated, it kind of brings you into that whole vacation resort feel, is Vogue 1627. I actually have this pattern. It's not one I'm about to make anytime soon, but I actually have this pattern. If you saw my Vogue pattern stash video, you already know. But this is absolutely beautiful that you can use a Georgette for, right? It just brings to me just island vibes, all of that. Anything. The possibilities are endless. Then you have Butterick, something a little bit more simple, a little bit more basic. You have Butterick you have Butterick 6176. And so this one, very simple. This might be out of print, I'm not sure, but again, I'll leave a link to it below, or it might be available on Something Delightful, I believe. But this is something, again, go look in your pattern stash, because you might have something already similar to this that might require a slightly heavier, maybe a cotton weight. Use it, switch it out for a Georgette. Just make sure you treat the fabric first. And yes, it is something that you can definitely use Georgette for, but just to give you a little bit of idea, you know, for me, I find I'm discovering that I do want and need more duster type garments like that, because here in Texas, it's hot, right? But going in and out of places, say stores, restaurants, different things of that nature, is cool, but it's not cool enough to wear a jacket, obviously, because it's so hot outside. But if you have on something more flowy, more breathable, like a Georgette, something like that, or a chiffon even, that can probably be much more comfortable. Sorry about that, the camera cut off. But Butterick 6176, so that is much more of a simple design. And yeah, these are the type I think I would like and want to use as I'm transitioning from going indoors, outdoors, even though it's hot here, but you still want something to cover up your arms because it might be a little cooler in the place that you're going to. Absolutely perfect. So the next trend for silhouettes for 2023 are silhouettes and looks. So you go from your maxi midi on the knee, your column dresses, your cargo pants, bras, hoods, maybe some double denim. So double denim meaning you might have some patchwork denim, or you have different shades of denim that you're kind of piecing together to create a look. That is an idea as well. So yeah, let's jump into some of these silhouettes. Obviously, again, options are limitless. I implore you to go raid your pattern stash, go raid your fabric stash to see what you have already. But you can add as many or as little details as you like. But let me start with the Love Notions tempo dress. Now this, obviously you have different options for length variation. You can add the extra details such as the shirring and the bottom ruffle, as we just talked about, and it can be shortened to give a different look. Again, that ruffle could be, mix it up with the other things that we talked about. Maybe it's a different type of textile you want to put at the bottom. Maybe this is something you want to have a little pop of sequin for, or something of that nature, a little mesh or something like that. So just keep the your mind open to the possibilities. Then what I absolutely love, you guys know I do love cargo pants, although I've only made one pair to date. I'm very much drawn to Vicky So's Darrow pants. These cargo pants are so sleek and so chic, and it's still very much utilitarian. I love the detail on the side of these. The last pair of cargo pants that I made were Mimi G's 8889. Easy construction, no issues with that. I actually did a separate video on it. You can click on the iCard, and if you're interested to watch the review, but it's very straightforward, and I really did like the fit. And so yes, I want to make some cargo pants. And can you imagine those Vicky So's Darrow pants in a nice linen? Oh, that just beautiful, beautiful. And obviously as you move closer to fall and winter, you can make it a different textile, right? So the double denim look. Now this, again, options are endless. You can do like I said before, you can do your patchwork denim. You can do different shades of denim to get different looks. Now I made the Mountain View jeans by Itch to Stitch Patterns. I have a whole separate review here on my channel if you want to check it out. But imagine if you did make something like the Mountain View jeans and you want to play with the lines, because you know you sew the front. Is it the front or the back? No, it's the back together. You can really play with that. You really can play with the design, and then you have the pockets on the back. Play with that. Consider playing with your different types of denims, and make sure you have the right, because that pattern requires denim with stretch in it. But so make sure you have the right type of denim to work with. But yes, you can definitely play with that. And then another one I want to share with you, again, to get you thinking outside the box, is New Look 6346. Because of the options on this one, again, you can play around with the denim look. You can patchwork it if you want. You can do the waistband differently, different weights of denim, making sure that it fits the design that you want to come across in your final look. But yeah, this particular pattern has a variety of different skirt options. Again, raid your pattern stash, raid your fabric stash to see what you already have, just to play around. Maybe you haven't done any of these types of things before, but this gives you an idea to go ahead and just play around with different looks. And so yeah, that is what I wanted to share today on different spring and summer trends for 2023. Let me know what you think of this video. I did pare it down quite a bit because I was just so excited. Especially when you start looking up different patterns and realizing, oh, I have that pattern, or that's a pattern I've always wanted to get. And then you're thinking about fabric in your stash you haven't used yet, and you're thinking, oh, that would look good in that particular fabric. Just play around. Start in your own fabric stash first. Start in your own pattern stash first. See what you got. Play with it. If you like any of the patterns that were shared today in today's video, I'll leave a link to everything down in the description box, and the fabric as well. I'll leave a link down in the description box. So that is it, everybody. Let me know what you think of today's video. Make sure you stay tuned for Wednesday. I believe that's my how to do a rolled hem video, so stay tuned for that. But let me know what you think of today's video, and don't forget, leave a comment down below of the type of videos you like to see here on the channel, and also check out my community tab, SewNaturalDane community tab here on YouTube, and just vote, and so I can see what everybody's interest level is as well. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a blessed and fantastic start to your week. And don't forget, take advantage of the sale on SewNaturalDane with Pigeon Wishes buttons. All right, everybody. Bye.